such a good track and you post a big total, and do you think England erred in that?
Not really. I mean, if I would have won the toss, we would have fielded first as well, because wicket is really good to bat on, and sometimes wicket like these, it's hard to defend a total. I mean, so I wouldn't say that they erred for sure. And but yeah, we knew that of course toss is not going to play a huge role, because if you actually bat well, the wicket's not going to change, the conditions not going to change quite a lot. So yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a bad toss to lose, but I mean, if we would have won the toss, we would have fielded first as well.
When did you find out that you were going to be captaining for the game, and how did you feel, putting together a knock like that and then, acting as captain as well?
Well, just 2 hours before the match, got to know, because of course Harman was getting assist over last night and today morning, and there were a few scans to be done. So yeah, I mean, of course we had a 50-50% idea that. I had a chat with the bowlers around what the plans are and all, and I was pretty ready last night. But yeah, the confirmation came today. So. But yeah, I mean, as a batter, it doesn't change quite a lot. I mean, you don't think that you're captaining and you bat differently. I mean, you just, whenever you have the bat in the hand, you have to do the job for the team, regardless of the position you're in. So yeah, I mean, really happy that I could contribute today.
When you scored your 100, you pointed at somebody. Can you just explain who you were pointing at? What was that reaction?
So yeah, that's actually a funny story that I think 3 days back, me and Radha Yadav, we were having a conversation that, all these girls are really hard on me sometimes. So they keep telling me, like, she was telling me that it's high time you get a century in T20s. You keep getting out in 70s, 80s, and you're not doing justice to your talent and all of that stuff. And I was like, okay, Radha, I will see now. This time I'll try and get in one of the matches in the series. I did not think that will come in the first match, but yeah, I mean, that was towards the finger was towards her, that I got it today. Because I mean, it's pretty frustrating to get out in like 70s and 80s over last 10 years. And yeah, I mean, when you had that opportunity to take the team through, so happy that I could stay and take the team till the 19th and the 20th over.
Thanks.
Can you tell something about the performance of your spinners? It was really high class, especially the debutant who took 4 wickets. Means you expected your spinners to bowl so well on that flat track?
Yeah, I mean, the way the bowlers bowled and executed the plans, I mean, was just amazing. That makes our job very, very easy when they bowl like that. And they all were really focused. They knew their plans, especially, I mean, Shree to come in the first match and bowl. I mean, we saw what she could do in WPL a little bit. She was always looking really like a good bowler, but today the way she actually bowled was amazing. And all the bowlers, I mean, the plans were pretty clear. Even when we were inside and there were a few wickets fell, and Nat was on the one end, the plan was pretty clear to try and execute your best ball to Nat and give a single to her, which they did brilliantly throughout. So any match of T20 cricket cannot be won if bowlers don't do the way today they did.
You've obviously played here in the 100 and you've spoken about what an iconic ground it is. What does it mean to you to represent India here?
Yeah, I mean, I was very surprised when in the last PC they told me that it's going to be the first international T20 women's match here, which was pretty surprising because we've played, I think, 3 or 4 years of 100 here, and always, I used to love playing 100. Unfortunately, I'm not coming over this year, but yeah, I mean, whenever I've come here, and I have good memories whenever I've played for Brave against Trent Rockets. So yeah, I mean, that experience also pretty much helped a lot of our girls, because we could actually, people who've played 100, we could actually tell them that this is what this ground is about. The wicket is going to play this way. The bowlers have to be ready to get hit as well, because it's a very hard wicket to bowl on. So I mean, those sort of pointers were good to take from 100 and come back and play for India. I mean, now it's going to be pretty special for me always.
There was one more. Yeah. There's a pocket of support as well for you. How did you find the support and the crowd as you were...
Support of the crowd.
The support of the crowd, yeah. There was a pocket of Indian support.
Yeah, I mean, as Indian team, I mean, wherever we go, we feel at home because the number of fans come out and support us is amazing to watch, and especially in the last 4-5 years, the way people have turned out for women's cricket as well. I mean, it's just a brilliant thing for women's game, isn't it? I mean, it used to happen quite a lot for men's, but I mean, in the last 5 years, for it to happen for women's, and the way they support us, I mean, win or lose, they're always there for us. They're gonna come and watch, and they always make us feel home wherever we go. So, which is pretty nice. I mean, and I hope they keep coming for all the rest of the matches as well.
You were back opening with Shefali, and she probably didn't quite get going as she would have liked today. How did you assess her innings, and what would you say to her ahead of the next game?
Yeah, we had a chat just post the match, and I've seen Shefali bat in the last 7-8 days amazingly well in nets. So I don't see a big knock too far, because the way she's been hitting the ball, sometimes of course coming back into the Indian team and coming into the first match, of course there are different kind of nerves, so I'm sure this match is going to take that nerves away for her. And but the way, I mean, she's playing in the nets, I mean, I'm on the non-striker end even in the nets, and she's just timing the ball really well. So the only thing which I said to her, like, just keep timing the ball and play the ball, don't think anything else. And yeah, I don't see I see a big knock coming in the next 4 matches from her.
Smriti is second Indian women batter to score a T20 international 100, and also it's the highest individual score. So personally, what does it mean for you?
Yeah, it's a nice feeling, because of course this format is something which for me as a batter I need to keep pushing and keep improving. It's not a very natural format for me, because of course I like to time the ball, not a big hitter of the ball, and for the last 6 years, it's always a work in progress, and it's still in work in progress. So to actually get 100 in this format, of course, getting it before in Test cricket and One Day cricket, which are more suited to my batting, but getting it in this format is pretty special, because it's not one of my strengths, but yeah, I mean, that the improvement, and I'm trying to work a lot on my power hitting, and to see that come through, which is a really nice feeling. But yeah, I mean, it's a good feeling.
The first one was Harmanpreet Kaur, who scored a T20 100. So are you expecting a treat from her?
I remember watching her score against New Zealand, and it was an amazing 100 to watch from the sidelines. I mean, to be fair, we both don't need hundreds to give treat to each other. We keep doing that regardless of our performances, because yeah, I mean, this team is something different. They all are really together. We don't really need an occasion to give treats. So yeah, I mean, regardless of 100, whatever would have happened, I would have just asked her for treat. She would have given it.
Thank you.
Thank you.